You know what day it is? Wednesday, hump day. It is the day that you get a chance to sit down and listen as Mr. Kreg H. Stewart and Shelton J. Think About It Radio help get everybody over that HUMP hump. Can you dig it?
We live.
Mr.
I'm here.
Kreg, we are live. Not live after 5. We live at 9 a.m. in the morning. Can you dig it? It might be 7 o'clock where you at, though, man, right? You over in Antarctica, right?
Oh, well, here you go. A little shade.
Nah, man. No, it's a sunny day, man. Sometimes you got to find a little shade when it's sunny. It's all good, my brother. It is all good, man. How you doing, my man?
Oh, man, I'm good. I'm blessed to be here once again with you, my brothers, doing another great episode. Giving them that quality content like we always say. Making it happen.
14, man. You going to make it happen or you going to think about it, man. You got to make it happen. You got to get out here and go grind and go get it, man. My car messed up on me again, man, my transmission. I had it repaired about a year and some change ago, right? And it messed up on me again. And, of course, it's out of the warranty, right? So I got to come up with $2,000 cash, right, to get the vehicle out, man, you know, and all that. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm scrambling and struggling and trying to get it all this fixed together, right? Because I'm on commission, so I need the transmission to ask for my permission before it go out of commission. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, think about it, man. Stuff in emergencies and situations, they don't have to ask for your permission to happen. So you just have to be as much as prepared as possible and just mentally be able to just take those ups and downs that life's going to throw at you, right? I'm on my way of walking to the grocery store this morning. I just walked to the store and on the way back and just brisk walking, man, a little bit of ways, but it was just a good time to just sit back and just walk and just think and just see nature and just hear things. And, man, seeing kids going to school and parents taking them to school and stuff, just seeing life, right? Because no matter what happens to you, life is going to go on. It's going to go on. So what are you going to do with these things? Are you going to let them defeat you? Or are you going to let your hump just really get the best of you? And that's why we do these shows every week, man, to encourage you guys. Not because everything in our life is great, because Mr. Kreg H. Stewart found out some situation about his job situation, right? Then the guy got the car situation going on. So everything is what it is, but you just have to be motivated to succeed and have a made-up mind to be the best version of you every single day, regardless of the certain circumstances or the situations.
And that's the whole point of the show, man.
Yep.
Building you up, getting you over this good hump day. I know over here in Arkansas, man, it's raining, it's wet today. Don't nobody want to go to work. Don't nobody want to do nothing. But we're going to keep bringing you this great show.
Yes, sir.
Today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We got one more show, man. One more Wednesday left, right? We got 2 more Wednesdays left. No, 2 more Wednesdays, right? We're looking at, what's the day? What is it?
The 20th?
Yeah, the 20th. Maybe one more. You know what? I'm looking at January calendar.
Backwards up.
I'm all living in the future, man. I'm looking at that. Man, I'm living in the future. I tell you what, we have one more Wednesday left for the new year, before the new year in 2017, right? It was the 27th to be our last Wednesday as far as in the year. But I just want to say, man, these shows have been absolutely great. Your participation, I really appreciate it, man, how we were able to connect and network and really get something solid going on. And I mean, again, I can't say enough, man, how I appreciate that, because I always say on these shows, your time is valuable. You want to value people's time, and that's why we enjoy doing these shows. And Mr. Kreg H. Stewart is a great addition to getting over the hump and this show that we came together and collaborated. It wasn't a bunch of yimming and yawing and back and forth. Hey, you got a podcast. Hey, I got a podcast. Hey, we love to encourage and be motivated and talk to people and help lift people over their despair or whatever. How about doing this show? How about coming together and doing this show? And there we go. And there you have it. It started with an idea from a live Facebook feed, right? And then next thing you know, we just started moving on from there. So I want to just say thank you, man, for that. For that opportunity, though, my brother. And for saying yes. Because these shows are very good shows.
Oh, man, it's all you, my brother. I'm a fortunate man that we was in the right place at the right time on the right live stream. And we connected, and ever since then, man, it's been great things happening since. I look forward to next year and everything that we got going on, everything that you have going on with Think About It Radio, and all 1,700 of your shows that you do every week.
Man, bro, I just need to get some payments coming in for some of this, man. You know, just trying to get some of these sponsors up, man. But I'm putting out content, brother. You know, to try to get the sponsors' eyeballs on some of my products and stuff. That we're trying, to get a chance for them to get on the show and push and promote some of their products. But you know, it's all about, you know, what do your numbers look like? What do your listeners are? What do your listenership and all that? But I'm this would be my 195th show, bro. 195 shows, man.
195.
Yeah. I want to do something special for the 200 show. I think I want to just like do it from my phone and like pass the mic around and just let the people that's around me, you know, my family and stuff, just talk about, you know, my journey with Think About It Radio, what they think about it. You know, just something a little different, man.
That sounds cool, right there.
Yeah, man. I want to do something, man. Something real cool, man. Something like that. When I get to that 200 show, I'm like, hey, I need y'all around. Let's have this conversation real quick on this 200 show. You know, let's get it in. You know, but I really, I'm really proud of the things I'm able to do and accomplish. And I will tell you, anyone, you can do whatever you want to do with a made up mind. You know, I know we're in a society where they put everything on money, but that's going to come eventually. You just have to be able to put in the foundation and the groundwork. Me and Mr. Stewart were talking offline about this, how social media sometimes can really intimidate you and really make you feel inferior sometimes because you see all this level of success that everyone is showing you that they have, but you don't really know that level of success, right? You don't even know how they're living, how they're not living. So sometimes it can make you feel bad about where you are in life right now because you see what they're doing, but don't let that intimidate you. Walk in your lane and be the best version of you every single day.
Be the best you that you can be every single day. That's the whole point of this podcast, man. Giving folks the guidance. I don't want to say the coaching and anything like that, but all we do is guide you through our life experiences and everything that we go through on just a real life basis. And hopefully you can take what we've gone through and put that into your life. Like my man said, he got transmission problems going on over here. $2,000.
$2,000.
Before Christmas. Christmas ain't even got here yet. Merry Christmas, by the way.
Yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Golly, so.
Hey, man, my views on Christmas, man, my wife almost called me like a Scrooge nowadays, man, because I be like, you know what, look, man, you think about how the system is set up and indoctrination is set in, right? Every holiday that they throw up there has you spending money. Every month, they got you out here spending some money and saying, for the family. You can't even recover from Thanksgiving where you spend all this money and here comes Christmas. So they set it all up, man, just spend. And a lot of people get caught up in that mix, man. You know, so I'm like, I take it and leave it. You know, so it is what it is, man. It is nothing against Christmas per se or whatever. But again, once you start reading history and knowing why some of these things came into place in the first place, it's like, man, I can't really not knowing that, right, and just continue to participate in that and act blindly to that because it kind of takes it away from it. It's almost like when somebody cooks something, right, and you know they have a nasty ingredient in the food that you may not particularly like, but if you don't see them cook that food, you'll eat it, be like, oh man, this is good. Oh man, they got onions in it. Oh, I don't like onions. You know what I mean? Too late now. You don't see it, right? And so once you see it, and if you see them cutting those onions up in this food before you sit down and eat, guess what? I don't like onions. I'm not going to eat that. You know, whether you can taste them or not. So it's just it's just the knowing. Like once you know something, like almost like when you know better, you do better. So you would think, right? You would think, but once you get some different knowledge on some stuff, and I don't try to ruin everybody else's holiday and stuff like that by my way of thinking. I just kind of like quietly just make my adjustments, if you will.
No, man, you ain't the only one. I'm the same way. I'm like you. My parents been getting my son Christmas presents, right? And my mom was wanting me to wait to, of course, Christmas to take video and all this stuff and open it. I'm just like, I ain't doing none of that. I've been letting that boy open up gifts since he got them. I mean, I'm like, who says that? She was like, you ain't gonna let him open them up on Christmas? I was like, like you gave him the gift. I mean, so I'm just not gonna. Who said that this was the most wonderful time of the year? Who said? Right? Who decided that? Like, dude,
Advertisers, marketers, sponsors, people that get paid, brother, is the one who said it's the most wonderful. It is the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, it is.
Right. They making money. They making good money.
So it is wonderful time of the year for them. Come on, December.
Nah, man, I know you. Definitely. I don't like to conform to nothing, man. I like to try to think for my own, be my own man, and if I can just, I don't even like taking the same way home no more. Like,
right?
Like, I don't like having somebody or something that just dictates or tries to make me do something that I just really don't feel good. Like you said, ain't gonna be the Christmas store Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'm just like you, man.
Yeah, it's bigger fish to fry. You know, I mean, again, the family time together, I appreciate that. You know, the family time and stuff like that. But I always say, you know, you can spend time with your family anytime. You don't need a calendar to tell you when to spend time with your family, right? You don't need someone to tell you, or a holiday or whatever, to tell you, hey, you know what? I think I should go see my parents. I think I should go see my loved ones. I think you just do it in general. Just do it because you want to do it, because it's a good time. You know, I'm working on something, man, eventually. Hopefully, some of these donations and stuff come in, and some of these business ventures start paying off, really. I'm working on, like, a good day. I want to do an event, like, probably in my hometown of Crockett, like in the park or whatever, because like, they have a thing down there called Hood Day, right? I want to do a good day where ain't nothing bad happening. Everything is good. We got snow cone machines out there, vendors out there, music. I mean, positive speaking, motivational encouragement, financial education, all in one-stop shopping, right? Just a day of it. Just a day of just, you know, from like 10 o'clock all the way to 9 o'clock at night, right? Just a day of just straight up just goodness. A good day. And that's really something I want, because I think we have to have more of those. Like you say, though, man, we don't need a calendar. We don't need someone to tell us what to do, when to do it. Because if that's the case, then how can you say you're an individual? How can you say that you have your own mind or you use your own brain? See, every time you turn on the television, it's setting the narrative for what you're going to talk about for that day. It's called television programming. It's called indoctrination. That's why so many young people right now, I believe, man, are angry and upset, because they realized they went to school and then realized that all of that was a lie, or they grew up and realize, man, that all the stuff that they were taught, you know what I'm saying, though, was a lie. And now, you know, the people that's telling them, go forth and do all these great things, guess what? It didn't work out like they thought. It didn't work out like they thought it was, right? And so I think a lot of times, man, we just have to start understanding where we are with this thing and stop believing the lie. And just once we find out the truth, again, I say this all the time, let's not call a chicken a duck because they both have feathers. Once you find out something different, go do something different, you know? Shout out Nisha Dab saying good morning to me. Shout out to you, Nisha Dab. Shout out to you. Thanks for listening.
I think you're 100% right. My main thing with I guess, like you said, it's coming up with. It's hard to be original when you got people or television programming. All in your head, all over your situation, I don't even feel right watching an hour of television. Like, I start feeling some kind of way. Like, I start feeling like, what am I doing? Like,
you feel like you're wasting time.
Right? What am I doing? I could be doing something, working on a podcast, doing something besides sitting here watching TV. Like, what show was I watching? I was watching MasterChef. I like to cook. You know, cook is one of my things.
Right, I see that. I see that. Chef Bro RD.
So I watch MasterChef, man. I'm literally watching them, bro. They had a mashed potato and gravy gun, and they just spraying each other with mashed potatoes and gravy, and I'm just like, what am I really doing?
What am I doing with my life?
Am I really watching them waste food and just spray each other with mashed potatoes and gravy? And I just like, I got something to do, or something to just, just to shake that off, because the feeling of like you said, inadequacy. I'm dumbing myself down, or I'm just feeling like I'm not doing enough when I could be doing something else. And I posted that on my show the other day. guys playing the Xbox. I understand you want to wind down after work and chill out for 30 minutes to an hour. That's cool. But if you stand on that Xbox 3, 4, 5 hours,
yeah,
every day, that's not even healthy for you. Like, that's not healthy for nobody. Spending 5 hours